going on, Jerome's? Even though Monday night did not go as planned, there's no time to cry on the breast belt. The Minnesota Fighting Vikings back at it. Week 3, would it be? Historic U.S. Bank Stadium against the formerly low-energy Detroit Lions. They certainly are not that anymore under Dan Campbell. PC, bro. That's right, man. Getting after. Also, the David Blang Blau. That's right, the David Blau Bowl. It's on, man. But big time game. Vikings 1-1, Lions 1-1. Big time division matchup. The Vikings have to take care of their business in the NFC Norris and then go from there. Here are 8 keys for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. Starting out number 1. The Swifties. That's right. They got a Taylor DeAndre Swift. Absolute freak running back. He's averaging 10 yards per carry. Like, Jamal Charles is just like, damn. That's a lot, man. And he is their go-to because the Lions, they want to run the ball. They want to get after it. They're fantastic at it. Also, their running backs are leading the NFL in yards before contact. So their offensive line, even with injuries, are getting it done up front. That's why the Vikings, who have been in the bottom of the league in terms of men in the box, they need men in the box. Also, knock on wood, hopefully Harrison Smith is going to be good to go. But back to 6-7 in the box. Press along the outside. Stop playing off coverage. I understand cover 2, get home with 4. That didn't work against Philly. Maybe that won't work against the Lions even at home. But this is a big-time game for Harrison Phillips. A big-time game for Diesel Dalvin, Jonathan Bullard up front, as well as Eric Kendricks, Jordan Hicks. They got to earn that cheddar, make that money. They got to corral DeAndre Swift. Don't let him get the big-time run. Don't let him get the big-time play. Also, by the way, Jamal Williams, the former Packer, he ain't no slouch either. The Lions want to run the ball. You got to win in the trenches. And, of course, them being on the road, they want to take the crowd out of it. So they want to put together a couple of long drives. They want to pound the rock and just take away the will from the Vikings. Can't let that happen. Got to get them in 3rd and long behind the sticks. And also make Jared Goff try to beat you. Next up, key number 2 for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings get a win on Sunday. Attack that interior offensive line, man. So the Lions do have one of the better young offensive lines in the game. Frank Ragnow, the pride of Chanhassen, has had a foot injury. He missed week 2 against the Commies, but he looks to be back in time to have the homecoming in the great state of Minnesota. Jonah Jackson, phenomenal. He missed last week as well with a finger injury, giving way to Dan Skipper. That's right, Skip. Hell of a job, man. He went viral. First start of his career. Did great in the run game, but the Vikings need to attack that middle. Whether it's Ragnow, who's not 100%, whether it's Skip. Yes, feel-good story, except he's been a journeyman for a reason. Go in and get that. Logan Stenberg, go after it as well. They're fantastic at tackle with Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell is freaking all universe, man. Absolutely. But moving Za'Darius around like they did against Green Bay, you're going to have to see more than that. Even though Za'Darius sort of disappeared against the Eagles, still led the team with 5 pressures. They have to get after it. Daniil, moving him around and also getting them on the inside and getting that inside push right in Jared Goff's face is going to be a big key for the Vikings on Sunday. Next up, key number 3 for the Vikings to get a win against the Lions at US Bank Stadium. 4 Loco. And Dalvin Cook has not quite gotten going the way that he wants to. He had a very quiet 100-yard from scrimmage game week 1 against the Greasy Grime Green Bay Packers. He only had 6 carries, which is a career low against the Eagles week 2, but a lot of that was game script. But they got to get Dalvin going because even though you got Jefferson, you got Thielen, you got KJ, you got Irv. I mean, Dalvin is still the straw that stirs the drink because running the ball sets up play action, getting Dalvin going, wears down defenses, wears down front sevens, and then you just set defenses up for that knockout punch in the second half. And the offensive line, for as many issues as they've had in pass protection, they are dynamite. They're fantastic in run blocking. So they got to get Dalvin the ball, got to get him going, whether it's running the ball, whether it's him as a receiver, whether it's him in the screen game, something. Got to get a little bit spicy going, or working Madison in, getting Jalen Reagor a couple of jet sweeps yet again, or just having him line up in the backfield, anything. Just get it going, man. Next up, key number 4 for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. We after that ass, Jimmy, or J-Rod, former number 1 overall pick. That's right, man. Woo! That's right. The defense has to get out there. They have to eat. And this part and parcel with number 2. But we need a big-time game from Daniil and Za'Darius. Week 1 against the Packers cannot be the Super Bowl. You need to get them to show up and show out. DJ want him back out again. Patrick Jones is second. Whether it be Diesel, Dalvin, James Lynch, Blacklock getting some snaps in there. Someone's got to get a pass rush. Again, you got to attack this offensive line. You got to get after it. You have to get some quick interior pressure in Jared Goff's face, and he will make mistakes. He's got a career 69.2 quarterback rating when pressured. So you can get heat with 4, sit back in coverage, and then Jared Goff is going to make a mistake. He'll serve up a meatball. 7 of his 8 interceptions last season were under duress. So if you can get a little bit of heat on him, especially when you're sitting back, he will serve you up a meatball. So got to get after him, man. Next up, key number 5 for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. Receiver 2 has to step up. Now, Justin Jefferson is going to get his because Jeff Okudah and or URA are solid, but they're not Darius Slay. And Justin Jefferson, we'll get to that, but Jefferson has to be able to defeat the top tier corners in this league, but we'll get to that, man. But you need to have someone else step up as the receiver 2. And Thielen didn't get going until late against Philly. KJ has been here or there the first 2 weeks. Irv has had big opportunities and had some big drops, but you need someone else to step up because Jefferson is going to get that attention. He's going to be public enemy number 1 by Aaron Glenn and the Lions defense. Aaron Glenn's going to be a future head coach, by the way. So they're going to try and take him away, make the Vikings play left-handed. So it's got to be Thielen. It's got to be KJ. It's got to be Dalvin out of the backfield. It's got to be Irv Smith Jr. It's got to be Johnny Munt. Someone else needs to step up and be that safety valve, just be that release so that Jefferson isn't swarmed and mobbed in bracket coverage every single snap. Someone else needs to make the Lions pay for trying to play 10 on 9. So we got to get that going, man. And Kirk Cousins, we'll get to Kirk. Yeah, we'll get to Kirk in a hot second here. Next up, key number 6 for the Vikings win. Good Kirk. That's it. Where I do understand and commiserate. Yeah, we made a video earlier in the week saying that Kirk was not 100% to blame for the Eagles game. But as you saw, once the Vikings got down 24-7, they had four 3-and-outs in the first half, and then Kirk started pressing, and you started throwing red zone and end zone interceptions, which are no bueno. He even said that he was pushing the envelope a little bit too much, just trying to get back into it. But you know, if it's not there, it's not there. I understand taking chances, trying to get your way back in, but it would have been nice to have some of those field goals. Maybe that game gets a little bit closer. Not that I had Greg Joseph on my fantasy team, and I'm bitter that the best kicker in the league had 0 field goals. It's kind of crazy, man. But I do think back at home, I do think with a balanced running game, I do think with a better plan of attack on offense from Kevin O'Connell, I do think you'll see good Kirk again. And then the Kirk haters and losers will have to shut up for just like one more week. Or until he throws an incomplete pass. Not even an interception. Incomplete pass. Next up, key number 7 for the Vikings to get a win. Keep the crowd going. That's right. Vikings fans, passionate. Some of the best home field advantage in the league. Like, it gives you chills. Doesn't it? When you hear the drum. Bomb, bomb. Oh. And you see everyone just like, getting after it, man. But Vikings fans are human. That's right. And after that showing against Philly, you don't deserve unconditional love, man. Like, you're not a puppy, you're not a child. The Eagles game was humbling, but give the fans something to cheer about. Give them something to believe in. Show up and show it against a very tough up-and-coming division rival. Just get it done, and it will be loud and proud. You know, the bird-killing stadium is going to be shaking and rocking and everything like that. Just get after it. Lastly, key number 8 for the Vikings get a win on Sunday. Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's the entire point. It is, where the Vikings cornerbacks sort of been under pressure last couple of weeks, whether it's Cameron Dantzler having a miscommunication with Cam Beasley, whether it's Patrick Peterson looking at every single year of his age, whether that's a Caleb Evans, the rookie, getting it done. Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the better young up-and-coming wide receivers in the game. I would actually put him about on the same level as Thielen right now, because Amon-Ra is rising up, man. 17 catches for 180 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns, 24 targets, 12 per game. So Jared Goff is looking at him early and often. And of course, we will remember Amon-Ra from the game in Detroit last year where Lions got the first win. Not that I'm bitter. Whatever, but he primarily plays in the slot about 2/3 of a snap, so it's a big-time game for Shondon. And the Viking secondary, Ed Dontel, says that it wasn't so much scheme, it was execution. So no, now you have to go out and execute, man. If your scheme is so good, put your players in the best positions, shut down the opposition's star players, and then go on from there, man. But it's going to be a big-time game. Prediction time. I think this is going to be a little bit tougher game than Vegas thinks. The line currently is 6. I think that it's relatively close throughout, but I think the Vikings get a lead at the end. They salt it away. Give me Vikings 26, Lions 18, and we're back at it, man. We're back in business, man. Not to look ahead to the schedule, but looking ahead to the schedule, and then hop off, leave and on a jet plane, going to London, playing the stupid Saints at Tottenham Stadium, and coming back home, taking care of the Bears. Then you're down in Miami. They're on the bye week. Oh, we're going to Vegas, by the way. Jerome's meet up Vegas, week 7, man. Let's go. Good times. But it all comes down to the Lions. It all comes down to one game. It all comes down to this. One game at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Forget the Eagles game. Hell, forget the Packers game too, by the way, because bad tilt and good tilt, that are both no bueno. Focus on the Lions. Get things done and reestablish yourselves as one of the best teams in the NFC. Let's get it, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings versus Lions. What are your keys to victory? We had 8. Add some more. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.